were several hailstorms last summer, and that led to many new roofs and insurance claims. And homeowners associations were not exempt from that. Many of them made insurance claims to get new roofs, and many of them had very large deductibles, in which case they passed on the deductible to each homeowner in the form of an assessment. So in most cases, it's no big deal. Most homeowners insurance policies have a provision called loss assessment coverage. So you take that assessment from your association, you hand it into your policy, they pay it for you, and so it's usually no big deal. A complication that we've seen is when a person sells their townhouse or condo after the hailstorm, but before the assessment is levied. So when they get the assessment letter, they turn it into their insurance company, and the insurance company says, well, the loss occurred before closing, so we're not going to cover it, which the loss is the hailstorm. And so then, the buyers generally will come to the seller and say, hey, make a claim for me so that I can get this paid. So the seller does, and turns out that, because the loss occurred during their policy, but the assessment didn't happen during their coverage period, their insurance company denies the claim. So now the buyer is left with the decision. Do they go after the seller? What do they do? The best way to avoid all that drama, because that whole situation just sucks, is going to be to reach out to the association in writing during the CIC review period, which is 10 days by law, at least in Minnesota, and try to get them to tell you whether or not they have any pending insurance claims or any planned improvements or maintenance projects that might result in an assessment. The other thing you could do is review the last 6 to 12 months of meeting minutes for their association board of directors. Obviously, those things will help protect you against planned assessments, but anytime you're in an association, there is a risk that there could be an assessment for something that's a surprise. But those are the best things that I would recommend doing if you're looking at, or if your client is looking at buying a townhouse, especially after this last summer full of hailstorms. Any questions, reach out. Have a great day.